found yourself upset over some rude or mean comment someone left on your social media or said in your everyday life? Or even wishing you'd told them to suck a fat one rather than blocking them from your existence? Wondering whether the insult they either passively aggressively snuck in or shot at you from the anonymity of their computer with cutting straight up ferocity was true? Ever found yourself tossing and turning at night, wondering what they actually meant? I'm Sharon H, and I'm going to share with you why you are not alone and why you should never take it personally. Just remember, everything in this video is coming from my own perspective and viewpoint. Take what advice you want and let the rest slide right off of you, right back on. Let's do this. Number one, try not to read too much into it. I know, easier said than done sometimes, yeah? Something shoots out of someone's mouth, or there's a comment on your social media, and there's passive aggression involved. It can sometimes leave you scratching your noggin wondering what the fuck it even means. Especially if it's a double-edged comment and you don't know if they're tearing you a new one, trying to make you look foolish, or they're agreeing with you in some roundabout way. I think I've said this before, but sometimes words can get lost in translation. There can be language barriers, or someone is just straight down the line and is not meaning to insult you or disrespect you in any way, but is just straight down the line with their delivery. Of course, some people can be mean as a bloody cut snake, be having a prick of a day, and you just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and become their scapegoat, so to speak. Thing is, more times than not, and it's almost a certainty that not one damn thing about it is in the slightest bit about you. The more you go over it, or the more you let it ruminate through your mind, the more you are stressing yourself out unnecessarily, or stressing yourself out over someone else's inability to keep their emotions in check. Number two, find out what they actually meant. If it's really troubling your mind or getting under your skin, especially if it's someone whose opinion you actually give two shits about, rather than going over it and creating unnecessary turmoil in your overthinking mind. Come right out with it and ask them what they meant. It could simply be cross wires, or how they themselves are wired. In which case, don't let their wires get crossed with your own. Ask yourself, is it really worth the angst? Even worth giving 1 ounce of your energy? Pick your battles wisely. Some people get off in sending others into a tears, especially if they think they have you in a vulnerable position where everyone can see the attack on you, but nobody can see who's actually doing the attacking, or least of all you. Or in person, you are standing solo and they have backup, and they are just trying to puff out their chest and big themselves up. When we are the one in the firing line, it's often hard in the moment to see it for what it is, and these people for what they really are. Nothing more than insecure twat waffles ladled with low self-esteem. If you are a video creator, it almost comes with the territory that the weak will be trawling, looking for channels to spit their inner hate and venomous rage upon. Should it come with the territory? Fuck no. They don't give a rat's ass who we are. They, for the most part, don't have a bloody clue who we are. They mostly rear their cowardice heads on shorts. And man, they can spin some unwarranted, unhinged, idiotic, moronic, toxic shit. One woman last week commented that my eyes told her my story is do as I say and not as I do. How very brave and clever of her, anonymously analysing me from probably about a 7-second clip. Considering most everything I say is in defence of good people like yourselves being shit on by toxic people. Pretty hypocritical judging my moral whilst exercising none. People seem to get a little weird that apparently I don't blink too often in my shorts. You know what, I'm a brain injury survivor, and a lot of times I may not blink whilst I'm communicating because I'm trying to remember what I'm saying. I mean, how many times is one meant to blink in 10 seconds? This woman and others like her can presume to know me all they want, but they are really showing me more about who they really are. Funny thing is, the majority of my awesome community is male, but you may be surprised it's actually men who attack me from the shadows the most. I'm probably not big enough yet to draw too many venomous females, and considering most of my life I spent putting myself down. I've done the soul searching, I've done the healing. I'm just here trying to be the voice I wish I had. And some insecure, spineless voice coming from the shadows ain't got nothing on the hell I've faced in my life. I just think,
oh look, another fucking clown.
Hide the piss ant from my channel and get on with my day. I bring it up as an example of the audacity of some. Which leads me to number 3, get rid of toxic people. That's it, fuck them off. You don't need it. I don't need it, and nobody in our community or our world needs it either. If you've got a YouTube channel, let it count as engagement or banish them straight to the sin bin. Don't let them pass go, don't let them collect $200. Don't feed them energy, fuck them off and fuck them off fast. These people will happily get into tit for tat with you. They've got nothing to lose because they feel protected in their almost always cloak of anonymity. And even if you can see their identity, why would you want to sink to their level? I mean, you could try to defend your honor, but they don't care. It's feeding their inner beast hunger to be vile. You could tell them to go fuck themselves sideways, but that only fuels their fire too. If I reacted every time some man has called me stupid lately, I'd probably be proving him right. And as my teenage son says, that ain't no man. Be smart enough to know that these people just aren't worth your energy, and they certainly don't deserve your time. If it's someone in your everyday life giving you angst, then I suggest you withdraw and keep your distance to the best you can. Toxic people and their negative energy will never take you anywhere good. In fact, they will only serve to deplete and overpower any good in you if you give them half the chance. Block them, forget them. Number 4, people often deflect who they are onto others. Like I mentioned, much of my life I spent thinking there was something wrong with me when venomous bile came my way. I would almost always think I deserved it. And it took me so many years to unfuck all the fuckery that I'd had projected onto me. The hurt, the trauma that came very close to ending me. Don't get me wrong, I am no saint. And there has certainly, unquestionably, been times that I've been toxic too. I had low self-esteem. In fact, I fucking loathed myself with a passion that would come out in negative ways. Mostly towards myself. I would gossip, I would put others down because it made me feel less fucked. I drank too much, I rebelled, I was reactive, I was deep down a fucking mess. I was yet to have grown into who I am today. But I never once in my life sought people out to be cruel because I could. I've faced my demons. Search deep within to put those pieces back together again. And to the person saying that my eyes tell them that I'm a do as I say and not as I do person. Lady, what's behind my eyes? You haven't got a bloody clue. Stop focusing on me and start working on you. I didn't blink once. I've done more good for others than I've ever had done for me. Long story short, it's because I've fallen, because I've swam through rivers of shit. Faced darkness, end my mortality, fucked up and picked myself up. I speak because I hope to actually empower others to find they're strong too. Every single day, creators, those on public forums, are subjected to abuse. Put downs, things I doubt any sane person would dare say to another in everyday life. And I want you to realize, if this in any shape or form is something you go through, whilst we should all blast these trolls to smithereens, highlight their bastardly rot, it's more empowering to realize these people clearly have demons they've yet conquered. The problem lies within them and says absolutely everything about them and fuck all about you. Number 5, realize you don't need validation from anyone. Let me say that one more time for those in the back. You don't need validation from anyone. That's it, you really bloody don't. Once you realize that most people on this earth carry around their own insecurities and self-doubt, their own esteem issues and fear, the more you realize we are all human, imperfect, broken and stuck back together beings trying every day to get through. The weakest will try to bring chaos and upset to others because they've yet to do the light work, the personal growth they clearly need to do. It may sound cliche, but hopefully one day the penny drops and the enlightenment finds its way through. People will only see you from their own perspective. The nastier they are, the more tarnished is their view. You don't need any one of these numbnuts' approval. The only validation you need, I fucking fucking kid you not. It's the validation that comes from only you. If you found value in this video and you'd like to, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for being here. Stay awesome. Now go get what's yours.
Break out of your shell.